All right, let's keep it going with the impact of the war. Now, the war in West Asia is forcing everyone to play a game that no one can just walk away from. The longer it goes on, the worse things will become for consumers and companies. And central banks are facing their worst challenges. We decode this and more in this next report. Take a look.
Wars have become the central subject in the world, and the 2020s have been unforgiving. War is not a game, and how they impact economic realities is tough to map out and predict the outcomes. And it is still almost unimaginable that economists now have to become experts on war, or at least on the economic impact of conflict. But that is the reality of today's new geopolitical world. The biggest lesson is that predicting how military conflicts develop is close to impossible. For most economists, the new base case scenario is that negotiations between Iran and the United States will drag on. That would prompt renewed tensions and even limited, calibrated military actions. Analysts say it will take another 2 to 4 weeks before a deal is reached. Uncertainty begins to retreat and the Strait of Hormuz reopens. But it will take a while before traffic returns to pre-war levels. Insurers and ship owners will continue to be cautious. Under this scenario, predictions are for oil prices to gradually retreat to below $90 per barrel by the end of the year. It is obvious that with every passing day of a de facto blockade of the Hormuz, the risk of knock-on effects for the global economy grows. Consumers around the world are already feeling the sting of higher energy prices. Companies will be next, facing either new supply chain constraints or energy costs too high to make production viable, or both at once. It's the 2022 playbook. But one big difference between then and now is that 4 years ago, the global economy was emerging from lockdown with healthy balance sheets and an almost unstoppable consumer appetite to go out and spend. The perfect breeding ground for fast-spreading inflation. This time, the inflationary impact of an energy price crisis is likely to be more muted, as consumers will be far more reluctant to open their wallets. The 6 weeks of war has created a new stagflationary drag on the global economy. This wave will vary somewhat across regions and intensify the longer the conflict lasts, but it poses one of the worst challenges central banks can face. Business Bureau, WION World is One.